This is my living room, this is also my bedroom, and this is also the room where I do all my workouts. And in today's video I will give you my 10 best tips of how to improve your sleep quality. So I will be talking about how to choose the right mattress for a bed or for a couch. I will talk about how to optimize your windows, and also I will talk about some gadgets that you might want to use if you have, for example, noisy upstairs or downstairs neighbors. I have this couch here, so let's transform it into sleeping mode. So here it is. As you can see, it's quite big, and tip number one is choosing the right mattress. So this will apply if you have a couch similar like this or a smaller one, or also if you have a regular bed. So I will talk about memory foam mattresses and also latex mattresses. The problem with a couch like this, for example, is you have here all these gaps, so it makes a little bit of an uneven surface, and also, for example, some parts do feel firmer, some softer, some are a little bit sagging. So if you have a couch like this, you can choose a mattress topper. As you see, this is a mattress topper or a top mattress. You can apply it to your couch, or also if you have, for example, an old sagging mattress, you can place it on top as a comfort layer. Or if you have a regular bed, for example, then your top of the mattress will consist of a comfort layer similar to this, so it also applies. And as you see, it evens out all the surface, so it will make your couch just like a regular bed. The size of this is pretty big. It's 2 meters by 1.4 meter. And if we are talking about the materials, so here you can open it up, and this is how it looks like. So as you see, this is called memory foam. So you squeeze it and it returns to the form. And also there is a top layer here with gel infused memory foam. So it has a little bit of blue color, you cannot see it that well, but basically this has the memory foam, then the gel infused memory foam on top, and also this layer here. The total height of this is 8 centimeters. Now overall it looks good. It did cost 180 euros, so it was not cheap, but the characteristics, the specifics of it, you will feel like you are sleeping in your bed. So it will provide pressure relief. You will slowly sink into your mattress. It reacts to your body heat, so it will adapt to your contours of your body. But the specifics of it, it will make you feel, for example, that you are trapped in the mattress. It will be difficult to roll over, and also it will be difficult to sleep on the sides. So when you will be putting pressure here, the sides will lift up and you cannot use all the dimensions here. So this gives you the feeling of sleeping in your bed. So you slowly sink in over time. If that's your personal thing, then okay, I can understand it, but I always like to sleep on my bed. That's why I had to unfortunately bite the bullet and buy a new top mattress. And this is a latex top mattress. Don't be confused with the word latex. I was also at first, but if you open it up, as you can see, it's made of foam once again, but out of latex foam. So it has a whole different feeling to it and new characteristics. So first of all, it will provide you support. If you will be laying on top here, it will push you up, so you will not sink into it. That's why you will feel like you are sleeping on top of your bed. Then you can sleep all the way to the sides because they will not lift up like on the memory foam. And if you prefer to roll around your bed, you can do it here without any problems. You will not feel trapped in your mattress. Now the dimensions are the same, 2 meters by 1.4, and the height of this is 5 centimeters of the latex foam, and here on top an additional centimeter, so the total height is 6 centimeters, and the cost of this was 300 euros. So yeah, it's expensive. You can get cheaper ones, but then the height of the latex will be only 3 centimeters plus this one, so total 4 centimeters, and this has 6. But in my opinion, it makes a lot of difference. So if you prefer to have support, have the feeling of sleeping on top of your bed, latex is the way to go. Now tip number 2 in improving your sleep quality, it will be to choose the right pillow for you. Now I had the problem when I did start working out my neck and traps with high intensity and higher frequency. When I was waking up, I was experiencing neck stiffness and neck pain. So I started off first with this pillow. It was a cheap one filled with synthetics. I don't recommend this. After that I transitioned to this. It has natural fillings of feathers from a goose. Then I did buy this one. This was filled with shredded memory foam, and my latest is this one right here. So I don't want to talk about the cheapest model because it doesn't make any sense. You know, the cheapest will be of bad quality. Now the natural one, it had problems. It was too soft and it was not high enough. So when I was laying there with my head, you can see that it offered no support and it basically was non-existent as a pillow. Then I tried to get this height adjusted one. So if I open it up, you can see the outside is once again with gel infused memory foam. It has this blue color, and if I open it further, you see that it's shredded memory foam, gel infused, hence the blue color. And you can take out this filling or add even more. Here it's also the blue color. But the problem was it didn't provide the neck support. It felt better because you could adjust the height of this one, but I was skeptical at first, but I did make the switch to this anatomical pillow, and it was a game changer because when choosing a pillow, the most important thing that everyone forgets is the neck support. So the front part should be here bigger to support your neck, and this should be smaller where your head will be laying down. And if I open it up from the other side, you can see it has here memory foam. So this did cost me 40 euros. The mattress was from memory foam, and for now it does its job pretty well. So maybe in the future I will look other materials like from latex, but I don't know if pillows are produced from latex. But as you see, this is an anatomical one and it was a game changer. Only 40 euros. You cannot beat this price. Tip number 3 will be regarding the windows. So as you see, now we have daylight, and I will close my roller shades or blinds, whatever you may call it in English. And as you can see, the complete room was covered in darkness and it's daylight. So I have these rollers right here. They are pretty old, but I changed the material from within. And as you can see, it's complete darkness. This is how they look like. And you could have the problem, for example, in the early morning hours, if your bedroom is in the same position where the sun rises up, then you have in early morning hours the sunlight coming into your room, and you could be waking up before your wake up time. So I have these blackout shades and I can transform my room anytime into complete darkness. Now tip number 4, it also has something to do with the windows. So as you can see, I can open it up here and my hand goes right through it. And the other one I open and my hand gets blocked here because here I have a net installed. Here you can see it up close, how it looks like. You can see it's net. It's not that clean, but you get the point. And having a net installed in your window is a complete game changer. So it will keep out all the mosquitoes, all the insects out of your room. For many years I was living without the net, and in the summer you had the windows fully open, and then at night you are fighting with all these mosquitoes trying to find this one, and it just messes up your sleep. And it happened most of the time on Sundays when I had to go on Monday to work and the mosquitoes were flying. And you don't have to order anything special here. You can get this kit from your Home Depot. This one is, I think, from Teza, the company, and it's very easy to install. Now, tip number 5 would be how to deal with noisy neighbors. So if you are living in an apartment, you have your upstairs neighbor, you have your downstairs neighbor, you have a neighbor from the side, you also have diagonal neighbors. And I experienced everything from loud music, from partying, dogs running around, kids playing around, somebody was playing drums, stomping. Also you have from the outside cars driving around, planes flying around. It's difficult nowadays, but in this video I will talk only about the defensive strategies against your neighbor. You have also the offensive strategies, but I don't want anyone get in conflict with your neighbors. But keep in mind, if past the curfew, past the nighttime when everybody should be sleeping, most of the time it's after 10 p.m. and if someone makes noise, then it will be difficult to deal with them. They don't have the compassion, the understanding to other people that not everybody is a nighttime person. Somebody needs to get up early in the morning, go for work. So that's why if you are a person that tries to avoid conflict, you don't want direct confrontation, I will teach you something about defensive strategy. So you may heard of these white noise machines. I tried them, but I have mixed opinions about it. So if I turn it up, you can hear that it produces such a steady noise at the same frequency. I can switch around, it has many more noises here. Here you have birds chirping, some music, some water floating at the river. Once again, birds in nature. This is a plane sound, wind blowing, and rainfall. So the idea of the white noise machine is to block out all the other sound. You will concentrate only on this sound, and for some it can help you to fall asleep and stay asleep if you have from outside some irregular noises coming. But I didn't enjoy it that much. I have some natural white noise. For example, when rain is falling, I tend to sleep, or I have my fridge, it produces white noise. But in general, I like a more quiet environment. So I have mixed opinions about it. So the only other option would be buying some earplugs. You may have heard from this company Loop. It produces such ring-shaped earplugs. Then there's a company named Alpine, produces such silicone earplugs, and then you have such wax earplugs. So you must play around with them. For example, I'm a side sleeper, so the problem will be if I have such a silicone earplug, maybe it can push around here at the end of the ear. That's why you might want to try where the one is with a ring shaped. But in my opinion, the Alpine one, I think this is called Deep Sleep, and the Loop ones, they are pretty solid. So they will block out the noise from the neighbors and you can still sleep comfortably on your side because they are made of silicone. They tend to block out the noise pretty well, but if the noise is just a bit, it's not too much, you can try out such wax earplugs. So you can press them, mold into form and place it just outside your ear canal. So when you will be laying on your side, they will not push here against your ear and it can be much more comfortable. At first they feel pretty strange, but that's because of the temperature difference. Later they will warm up a little bit and you will not feel that they are in your ear. So these will be the defensive strategies against noisy neighbors. You can try out the white noise machine, but I have mixed opinions about it. But these are the earplugs that did work for me. I think it's tip number 6 right now, and it will be your meal timing and hydration. Now we all know it's calories in, calories out that counts at the end of the day, but If you wake up at night and you go to your bathroom more than one time, we have a problem right here. And I had a problem because I was waking up most of the time 2 times to go to the bathroom, and then I needed to analyze my meal timing and my total water consumption throughout the day, because we are taught to drink a lot of water when we are working out, and I did go a little bit overboard there. So the meals, we can push them a little bit earlier throughout the day, but the thing that I want you to keep in mind is your hydration. If you wake up and go to the bathroom at night 2 or even more times, you are consuming way too much water throughout the day. So I had to measure my water and to reduce the quantity throughout the day, and especially around the evening times. This could be problematic if you prefer to work out in the evenings like I do, but then you must play around to consume most of your fluids in the morning or afternoon hours, and in the evening don't consume too much. And always measure around your feedback of how much you are getting up at night to go to the bathroom. Tip number 7 is pretty easy. It's reduce your screen time before bed. So if you have a mobile phone, turn on the dark mode, the evening mode, the blue light filter, and also avoid looking at your screen for extensive amounts of time before going into bed. But everybody knows this tip. Tip number 8 is about power naps. In my opinion, if you have the possibility to do a power nap around your lunchtime, so when you did have your lunch, most of the people tend to feel a little bit groggy after that, not productive. So if you are working from home or your home is not that far away from your office, then it could be a good idea to get in a power nap. Personally, I tend to favor the power naps after my second meal of the day, after the lunch. And the only thing you have to keep in mind here is the duration. It should be not too short, but not too long. If it will be too long, it will affect your nighttime sleep. If it will be too short, you will not get the benefits from it. The sweet spot that I did find out is somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes. So set an alarm of 20 to 30 minutes, and when it rings, you get up and get straight back into work, and that solves the problem for me after having this midday crash that most people are experiencing. Tip number 9 is regarding your wake up time, the time you go to bed, and the overall hours that you try to get to sleep. Now I look at it like follows. So most of us have some obligations. We have a job that we have to do, we have to bring the kids to school, we have to work out, we have all these activities. So I prefer to have a set wake up time which is non-negotiable. So if I set, for example, a wake up time at 7 a.m. and when it rings, I have to go out of the bed. I don't hit snooze because it's non-negotiable. Who the hell does it? You are a grown adult and you are hitting the snooze button when you have all these activities on your life. Don't disrespect yourself like that. You are better than this and you must go work out, do all these great things in your life to get ahead. So that's why I prefer to have a set wake up time, and I aim to get around 8 hours of sleep, and that dictates the time when I go to bed. So I try to get to bed. For example, if I would need to wake up at 7 a.m. I would go to bed at around 10 p.m. And this gives me about 9 hours to the time where I do have to wake up, because I am not falling asleep immediately. I will wake up most of the time once per night time to go to the bathroom. So this gives me a buffer of 1 hour. So I try to get 9 hours prior to my wake up time, and my recommendation would be to try to get somewhere between 8 to 9 hours prior to your wake up time, and keep a constant routine. So try to get up at the same time and go to bed also around the same time. And tip number 10, the final one, is about your mindset. You see, the problem for me is when I am laying in my bed and I'm hyper focused. Oh, I'm not getting to sleep. I will miss out the hours of sleep, so my workouts will not be productive. I cannot fall to sleep. You have all these thoughts in your head and they hinder of you to going to sleep. You think about these thoughts of why you cannot go to sleep. Then you start to think about your day, your future plans. It all messes here in your head. That's why you need to work on your mindset. The goal that I set for myself, laying in bed and trying to get to sleep, is to fully relax and don't think about anything. Focus on your deep breathing. Try to feel your body slowly relaxing. Don't think about anything, and for sure, when you will be relaxed in this mindset, you will fall asleep. So that was my top 10 tips of how to get a better quality sleep. Now you can watch this playlist right here where I'm talking about hypertrophy training if you are interested more in the fitness aspect. And that's it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed watching it. See you soon next time. Bye.